Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Ashley Sky. Today's video is tips on visiting Washington, D.C. Let's get started. Alright, let's jump right in. The first tip is to plan your vacation about 1 to 3 days. You don't need a whole bunch of time to visit Washington, D.C. because a lot of the attractions are in the same vicinity. So you don't need like a ton of time to get from point A to point B to point C. Just about 1 to 3 days should be just fine. If you need help on finding a place to stay, Airbnb is great. I do have a code for $55 off. I'll put it in my description box if you're interested in signing up for Airbnb. You get some money off. So check that out. By the way, guys, if you haven't seen my Washington, D.C. travel vlog, I will link it up in the corner here. You can also find the video easily on my channel. My next tip is to plan your vacation around springtime because the weather was perfect during that time. It wasn't too cold, wasn't too hot. So I recommend traveling in the springtime, but of course, as always, double check the forecast so that you are dressed appropriately and that you are prepared, okay? So Washington, D.C. is served by 2 airports, but I recommend traveling to the airport named DCA. That airport is really close to the attractions I'm gonna be talking about, and therefore it'll be very, very convenient for you. So fly into DCA. By the way, if you need help waking up early to catch an early morning flight or just catch a flight in general, I do have a video on that. I'll link it up in the corner. You can also find that video in my on my channel. Just click my channel name down below and you can find my video on catching an early morning flight / waking up early down there. Okay, once you land in DCA, my next tip is to take Lyft or Uber to Lincoln Memorial. It's a very cheap Lyft ride because DCA and Lincoln Memorial are very close to each other, therefore a very cheap Lyft or Uber ride. So take Lyft or Uber to Lincoln Memorial, and that leads me to my next tip. The reason I say go to Lincoln Memorial is because Lincoln Memorial is like a great starting point for your adventures because a lot of the attractions are in a straight path from the Lincoln Memorial, like the Washington Monument and the World War II Memorial. So that's a great starting point. So start at Lincoln Memorial. You can deviate from this straight line path a little bit to go visit the Korean War Memorial, the MLK Jr. Memorial, and there's so many other memorials in between. As you're walking around, you'll see some of them as you're walking. And then of course you gotta visit the White House. I'd recommend Capitol Hill. And while you're walking to all of these attractions, make sure you stop and take a moment to really soak up the vibe and the energy of the city. It's very businessy, very historical, and you'll see a lot of like statues and very beautiful buildings as you're walking to all these attractions. Take some pictures. They're very Insta-worthy, I would say. So yeah, take your time and don't rush through the city. Take your time to soak up every bit of it. So in general, I feel like this town is very walkable. That being said, wear comfortable shoes. Make sure they're shoes that are already broken in, that you know fit you and that you know that are comfortable. Wear comfortable shoes. If you like museums, there are a lot of them in DC and many of them are free, so don't forget to check them out. I'll put a list of a few of them on the side here, but yeah, if you're into museums, they have all kinds of museums. I think they have some like natural history and just all kinds of different stuff. So there's a lot of museums and I'm sure you can find one that suits your interest. So I'll put a list here somewhere so you can check it out and see if it's something that you'll be interested in. But they're free, so you might as well just check it out. So visit museums in DC. Alright guys, I hope you have a very, very safe and successful travels to Washington, D.C., America's capital. I do have a video on staying safe while traveling. If you haven't seen it already, I'll link it up in the corner here in a card, but you can also find it easily on my channel. But I want to thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please like it if you liked and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.